Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lolcownerd, and today I'm your host, Zayzudid. We've got a fucking hell of a show for you guys. Gloves are off today. We've got a lot to say. If you guys missed Lolcow Live yesterday, you're gonna have to go back and watch that one after this episode to get a little bit of context on why we're here. But it's me and Eric versus Glammy, so we'll see how this goes. We're gonna open it up to waiting.
So in my last video I did on the Lolcownerd crew, I kind of stated that a civil war was brewing and that it was basically started on Lolcow Live. Well, they had their episode today and it was a total shit show. To the point where I had to re-watch it again because I was sort of busy. And so I really only watched the second half of the show. So I rewatched the first half, and it is what I thought it was going to be, where it was just them screaming over each other, fighting. I was very shocked that Becky and later on, I believe, Xylee came on. And it was very much like, oh boy, this is a great time. I think one Buffy popped up and then came out. I was kind of rewatching it right before I started recording, so I have a better inkling of what I was gonna say. And it is what you thought. It's probably what it was, right? It was just these guys fighting it out over. I would guess not in reality, like maybe not things that are as important if you want to say. Mostly because it really came down to a class of direction and of who was really control of the show. It was really Zay and Glammy, because over the course of a period of time, Zay has really dominated the show, and because of her position in power, to basically, in a very realistic sense, what I kind of I may get shit for this. I kind of respect Zay for pulling it off, right? Where she has her friends, right? People call them her cronies, basically coming in and taking positions of power, like in the docket team and stuff like that. It's very funny. Now, obviously, depending on the competency and how they are in real life, I probably wouldn't care. But in this situation, it kind of shows how pathetic it is later on, and you'll see what I mean. You'll see what I mean.
Guy, heart emoji.
I want to see you there, Eric.
It's a tough one, but unfortunately, moving forward with the new cast, Glammy, I'm gonna have to let you go.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank God, bro.
Fuck you, Zay.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry, Glammy. I'll talk to you later. We'll figure out something.
So, who am I doing the show with?
Zayzudit, I think you will truly, truly love your new co-host.
It's Buff Weeb, isn't it?
The new cast of Lolcownerd is Zayzudit and one Buff Weeb. Have a good April.
All right. All I gotta say is I didn't know you were bald, and you're getting put on an 8-ball next.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. My hairline is like California. It's slowly disappearing more and more every day.
If I seem a little low energy, I'm genuinely fucking flabbergasted.
Well, I would be a little miffed myself and a little confused. But, if we can put the past aside, I believe me and you could really do what we got to do here, loud, can't we?
I guess so.
We got to be friends now, Zay. We got to be friends. Or
Yeah,
frenemies.
So yeah, Glammy got fired again, and Eric got fired, right? It's basically Zay and one Buff Weeb, which I will give credit to one Buff Weeb. I do like his personality. I like the way who he is as a person. He gives the show a new light that I think desperately needed. Really, I would say it needed very much early on at the show. They went through host after host to the point where the original hosts are not even there at that point, right? Like, the original host was Pharaoh, Leppy, and Glammy. Now is Zay and one Buff Weeb. They're not even the original host, which is very funny. And I state this very obvious that nerd stuff, I would say in particularly more anime stuff, is very popular, but a lot of it is very niche. And I think that's always going to be something that any channel has to deal with. That how do you reach an audience? And they are big, I would say, quote unquote nerds or anime channel. There really is. There is a lot, right? I remember a long time ago, and I'm kind of derailing when I'm trying to apply, but a long time ago I watched a video talking about that and how anime YouTubers were just becoming popular. At one point, believe it or not, they were so small. They only collectively had around like altogether, only like maybe like less than 3 million subs among some of the big channels. But again, back to what I'm getting across with Nerd. This is going to be entertaining. Now, I probably would have let this off because later on it was just One Buff Weed and Zay fighting for a while because they have different personality. They're very different people through and through, but I think that dynamic will help the show grow better, especially with Zay probably, on the helm. Right, but also like One Buff Weed is probably going to take more power and probably going to try to be dominant because why wouldn't he? Right, you have an opportunity to work with somebody to make a show and make really good money if you really pull this off. And I think because of that, right, I think One Buff Weed is gonna try to make this as entertaining as possible because he has the energy. As I was watching him talk, I was kind of sucked in.
People from waiting because you're new, so I'll let you bring people up.
Okay,
Do you know how to do it, or do you want?
I think I know. Hey, I did it. What's up, fat and handsome?
Good job.
Oh, give me a second.
Ooh,
One
I
second.
gotta turn you
Yeah,
up.
sorry, 1 second.
Oh, thank you, Minty Retro Games. I read the
How's it going,
chat,
guys?
so I read everything you say. So when you guys
Hello.
talk shit, I'll be there, waiting. Hey, how you doing?
How's it going?
Howdy doodly.
I'm pretty sad about Eric. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, Eric.
Like he was good for the show.
Yeah.
He did bring his own character to it. Being a member of the docket team, I am gonna clarify that I'm straight up. I'm a little thrown back by the new change in dynamic, but I'm not gonna say I'm not willing to work with it. But I do need to see that you're serious about the job because if you're not serious about it, I'm not gonna contribute to your success.
Then I will replace you.
That's okay.
I will
But
say,
like I said,
Fan Handsome is a new member of the docket team. He wasn't like from my old server that worked on Mafia Milkers or anything. He is him and Final are the two newest members, so they weren't really my friends. They just kind of came on because they loved the show. Oh, TTS.
Gafgarian super chatted $20. To be clear, this right here is more legit back and forth conversation than has existed on the show all month. Honestly loving the vibe. Will miss Eric and hope to see him show up from time to time. But I think this is gold.
I don't know. Do you need me to read it for you? Sorry.
I just read it myself, but if you want to read it out loud,
No,
I'm
it
not
goes
gonna
off.
stop.
The TTS goes off. In
Yeah,
my
it goes
headset.
only in your
JCC
ears.
super chatted
I think I got
$20. Big dweeb. Glad you're here now. Love the background, man.
No.
I vote keep it.
No.
Hey, see, Zay, I told you
Wait,
people
well,
like
you know
my
what?
shitty
We're gonna-
background.
We'll do a poll. We'll just see what they freaking say.
no, but
But no, if you have
sorry,
a problem with
still talking.
Fat and Handsome, let me just tell you this right now.
Sorry.
The moment I see that you're just giving me lip because you're mad because I'm here and Eric's not, I will get rid of you immediately. So I will work with you and I will tolerate you. But once I see a lick of disrespect towards me, you're gone. Understood?
it's fine. I don't have to support you if I don't want to.
I'm understand, and I'm happy to have you. Happy to
No,
have you.
I want to say that I'm willing to work with you, but I need to see you put in the work. That was the issue with Glammy.
How do
She
you
was
think I
not
got
putting
here?
in the equal work.
Well, I don't know what people think. I've been in this Lolcownerd universe for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost a month.
Did you miss
I'm
the
already
beginning
on
of
the
the
show.
Wait, did you miss the beginning of the show where we kind of aired out our grievances about what she wasn't doing? Did you see all that?
Yes, I agree. No, and if that, look, I'm gonna let you know something. In my career, I've worked in the kitchen my whole life, most of my life. I'm the only thing I'm missing is my complete chef certification, but my head chef told me I'm basically what I need. I don't need it on paper. I'm gonna let you know something. I work in the kitchen. The kitchen runs with people understanding what they're doing and how they're working with each other. If teamwork is not working and we have a missing link, we're not doing our job, and that link will be corrected. I've been with that. I have no problem. I'm here to put this on my back and carry if people need to take a break. I'm here to be. Ooh, TTS.
No, no,
Saw
no.
your hands go up.
I thought it was for a second, but it was.
I trained myself, Zay.
Yeah, you're
Uh-huh.
good. One thing I wanted to say though is like, okay, I'm not saying this out of a place of being fucked up. I mean this. I felt like you haven't put in the work to be on a show yet. You sucked off Rewind for a show, and now you need to show that you've earned your spot. That's all. Like genuinely.
I love how you say things without any, like, what do you think, what did I do to suck off Rewind? I hopped on and say hi to my buddy Billy.
Well, like you kind of did the same thing I felt like Rastov did, where you like would go on Rewind, you like hang out on Rewind, you suck off Rewind for a show. That's like the best way, and it worked for
How did you
Rastov.
get a
Wait,
show,
no,
Zay?
I was gonna say it worked for TTS.
Seth looks super chatted $19.99.
Seth.
Buff, this isn't going to work if your OBS runner is going to cringe anytime you reference anime. Please consider getting a new OBS runner that actually likes more than one normie nerd thing.
Anyways, I was gonna say, so the thing worked for Rastov, you know what I'm saying? Because then after that, he earned his fucking spot. Aussie's become a fucking fantastic show. I used to be an Aussie hater, and that's how you know. Like, I genuinely just like the content. So I'm just saying, I want to see that same thing. So he did the same thing as you.
Now, normally I would have just ended off like that, but I decided let me just go a little longer with this video. What's thinking about it now was very unnecessary. I could have cut it really much more, but I don't know why, but this clip made me laugh so hard. Like, who is this guy? So later on, a bunch of Zay's friends who were part of the docket team started to come up and try to puff their chest and try to show who they are, and it just comes up pathetic. Like, dude, you look like you're in your early 30s paying child support to your Filipino wife. Like, shut the hell up. You're talking to a 20-some-year-old. I think Zay's like 22, right? 22, 23. They're talking to a girl who's 10 years younger than you. And, like, you're acting big and tough. She ain't gonna be with you. Shut the fuck up. Like, it's like stuff like this that gets on my nerves, right? And this is why like a lot of nerds get a bad reputation, because you got guys like this white knighting and coming up and trying to like defend my princess, my sire, and it's like you look again very pathetic. It's like, and when Bafui basically corrects him to the point where you can see him snicker because he knew he's screwed. One Bafui even straight up said like, yeah, if you give me some type of attitude because I'm a new host or whatever, I will fire you. And the guy snickered because he knew like, damn, like this ain't, because I think like the docket team prior before they didn't care about like, really, let's be real on it. They not saying they didn't care about Eric. It's just to their eye, Eric wasn't gonna fight, and the only one that was gonna fight was Glammy. But because it's Glammy, it's not gonna mean much. But I think it has to do with like I would even say it has to do with gender more or less. And I think in this case, when Buffy being just straightforward and dominant, he's just like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if you don't like me. Just do your job. Oh, and you give me attitude for whatever dumb reason, yeah, I'm gonna kick you out. And they're all just like quivering, like, this is hilarious. I wouldn't be surprised if all the docket team members just leave and they try to make a big show out of it, and like Keem is like, I don't give a fuck, I don't give a shit, like, alright, go ahead. They're just volunteers. You're not this big tough guy, you're not this qualified person that can go and work with somebody else. Like, it's just funny in my eyes to see this. But we'll wait and see how Nerds it's going to turn out with one buff weight. But with that being said, have a good one, yo. Be safe and God bless.